아, 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 아.
Clouds approaching. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan. Deploying.
하하이 고창 개시리.
Marker placed.
Be careful down there, boss.
Please select a deployment point.
어, 잘못 들고 왔다. 에반데.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
이러면 진짜 개싸움밖에 안 되는데 답이 없는데.
Buddy has in analysis. The map has been updated.
According to the intel team, the escaped kids should be around here. Locate and secure them.
Outpost captured.
아, 무기를 존나 무식한 걸 들고 왔어. 저 어떻게 올라가? 그것도 아닌데.
Please select a landing side op from
Roger.
side ops list updated. Extraction arrived at mod support helicopter requested.
일라이의 목적 저거는 다음 미션 가서 보자. 뭐 좀 들었기 때문에. 이거 재밌네 생각보다.
This is B Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Please select a landing zone.
아 이거 거기구나. 그 중간에
Deploying. Please select a deployment point. Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
그냥 갈까? 에이 그냥 가자. 이번엔 무기 챙겼는데.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated. The map has been updated.
포로 바로 차왔네 그래도. 어디쯤인 들어가서 맨 구석탱이 그 궁궐 있는 그 짝이 있겠네. 앞에 경비병 없나?
You
통과.
have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
어이씨 뭐야 이게.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Marker placed.
다 짭이지 이런 건. 야 한 번 더 돌아봐.
Please select a deployment point. Buddy has infiltrated our the map has been updated. The map has been updated.
이제 더 안 나오네. 가야겠네. 이것만 해도 많이 줄였다.
According to the intel team, the escaped kids should be around here. Locate and secure them.
전투가 될라나?
Clouds approaching.
Kept you waiting, huh? Kept you waiting, huh? Kept you waiting, huh? You're pretty good. Kept you waiting, huh? You're pretty good.
Boss, I have a quick report for you here.
Updated.
We've discovered a radiation leak in the laboratory on the quarantine platform. It's coming from testing equipment we installed the other day.
Tested.
Members of the medical team have been conducting research there, but we'll evacuate them all from the research block to the containment block next to it. Emmerich.
There's no need to worry. No radioactive material is leaked, so the contamination won't spread. We just need to seal off the testing equipment.
I've dispatched the security team to get the researchers out. I'll keep you updated.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
일단 여기서 추가는 없고 그러면
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
Boss, retrieve the film canister our informant hid in Spookmate Keep before he died. It contains vital information on Skullface's plan. For now, our only clue is is the garbled photograph the informant tried to send us before the end. We're working on analyzing the data, but there's no time to wait. A KGB Spetsnaz squad is after the target as well. Boss, go to Spookmate Keep and use the VI to lead you to where the film canister is hidden. It is paramount you retrieve the target before the enemy does.
Be careful down there, boss.
Please select a deployment. Development complete. The map has been updated. Development complete. Buddy has infiltrated...
Boss, it's me. Eli's revealed what he wants. He wants to speak with you. With Big Boss. He just said, bring my father here. Eli's too smart for his own good. No way to tell what he's thinking. All we know for sure is his men are important to him. That means we can use the escaped kids as leverage in any negotiation. Once you brought the last one back, I'll interrogate him. If the kids do rise up, we'll meet them full force. End of story. I didn't want things to turn out like this. We could have prevented it, but it's too late now. If Eli means to take this all the way, he's gonna force us to do the same. Boss, go get that last kid.
There's some high ground there. Just what you need for recon.
Has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Marker placed. Marker placed. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
터져라.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
Talk. Where are your friends? Where are the others? Speak. Where are your friends?
The map
a prisoner.
updated.
You gonna help him?
Analysis complete.
방금 이 뒤에 뭐 있었는데?
You've completed your objective. Now get out of the...
Mission marker placed.
You gonna extract him?
Marker placed.
여기서 그냥 벗어나면 포로 없어지는 것 같은데. 아이, 여기도 좀 문제네.
Please select a landing zone. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Clouds approaching. Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Mission complete.
Side ops list
Boss,
updated.
I've updated the mission list.
Mission list
We received a
updated.
new job offer. The details are on your iDroid.
Detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
심심한데 뒤집어요.
Please select support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
뭐 없지? 노란 거.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
The CFA are assembling an armored column to the north of Nova Braga Airport. Your job is to wipe them out. Listen to the tape for the contract details. Just be aware that the column's commander served with 5 Commando and later made a name for himself in South Africa's 32 Battalion. He's a hardened veteran, so don't take him lightly. Boss, I have a report from the intel team. The targets are now on the move. I've sent their predicted route to your iDroid. Check your map.
다 일로 오긴 오네.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated. Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
저 위에 있네. 뒤에 받쳤네. 뒤에 받쳤다. 동선을 잘못 잡았다.
Hey, quit kidding
너무 멀리
around.
찍었다. 다시. 깜짝 놀라게 해서.
The CFA are assembling an armored
뭐야,
column.
여기서 시작하면 어떡해. 여기서 시작하면 어떡해. 어이가 없네.
The CFA are assembling an armored column to the north of Nova Braga Airport. Your job is to wipe them out. Listen to the tape for the contract details. Just be aware that the column's commander served with 5 Commando and later made a name for himself in South Africa's 32 Battalion. He's a hardened veteran, so don't take him lightly. Boss, I have a report from the intel team. The targets are now on the move. I've sent their predicted route to your iDroid. Check your map.
노바브락으로 직결 중이면 여러 대 안 가고 그냥 노바브락가 바로 뛰면 안 되나? 달리자.
Marker
여길 달리자. 내가 그냥.
Be careful down there, boss.
머리 서폴트.
Please select a deployment point.
달리자. 바로 브라가로 바로 뛰자. 저울로 가서 이렇게 올 거니까. 그치? 시간 좀 있다, 그래?
Buddy has infiltrated our map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy prison detected. The map has been updated. The map has been updated.
쏴라 이제.
Enemy prison detected. The map has been updated.
Crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Zie Pierre, zullen twee. Ons is schade aan de installatie. Dit is een vijandige aanval. Oor. Weg met onderzoek. Zo gauw als mogelijk. Uit.
Please select a deployment point. Buddy has infiltrated our map has been updated.
Alles gespannen, das sind wir. Anfangspositie. Alle eenheden. Anfangspositie. Zie Pierre, de stelt op hier. Ons is onder helemaal geschoord. Stuur versterking. Voor. Dat zijn weer begrijp. Alle eenheden. Stuur alle beschikbare mannekant als versterker. Onmiddellijk. Uit. Zie Pierre, de stelt op hier. Zag verloren vijand. Bespied laatste punt van contact. Voor. Dat zijn weer begrijp. Onderzoek die area. Maar blijf op je hoede. Uit. Dat zijn weer begrijp. Alles gespannen. En lijkt beschikbare mannekant in rust neer. Uit. Zo hier, dat zijn weer. Voor ze deze meteen opsteken. Voor. Dat is goed, copy. Blijf voor mortieraanval. Uit.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gonna extract him?
Analysis complete.
Hier werden zullen hier. Die vijand is weggekomen. Ons gaan hem nou zoeken. Hoor. Dat is CFD, begrijp. En dan kon niet weggekomen is niet. Blijf wachtzaam. Uit. HK. Dat is CFD. Wat wil die vijand uitgetrekt, maar contact verloren naar het kruisvuur. Vijand kan nog even naar mij wegtrekken. Adviseer wachtzaam mee. HK, dat is CFD, kom in. HK, kom in. HK, dat is CFD. HK, reageer. Doe dit is CFD. Geef mij je opzommen. Hoor. Kopie jij. Kom in. Alles roepen. Dit is CFD. Wat is de situatie? Alle eenheden staan bij. HK. Dat is CFD. Wat zijn die vijand uitgetrekt, maar contact verloren naar het kruisvuur. Vijand kan nog even daarbij wegtrekken. Adviseer wachtzaam mee. HK, dat is CFD. Kom in. HK, kom in. HK, dat is CFD. HK,
Marker
reageer.
placed. Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination. Clouds approaching.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Marker placed.
That's an enemy gunship. Don't try to take down a gunship from the front. You won't win in a head-to-head shoot. Get down with missiles.
다 깠다. 오케이, 헬기도 착륙했다. 오이씨, 뭐야.
Analysis complete.
이건 역시 풀톤이 안 되네. 방법이 없다. 소리 안 돼, 빠야지.
Nice work. Just one target left.
Marker placed. Marker removed. Marker removed. Marker removed.
We finished decoding the informant's report. That floating kid we've run into a few times now. Looks like he was a test subject in clinical experiments. The Soviets called him the Third Boy. The Third Boy was brought to a lab on the outskirts of Moscow from Czechoslovakia, after which he was due to be sent to a research center in Leningrad, then Siberia, and finally an academic town in Novosibirsk. It doesn't appear that the researchers witnessed the talents we've seen from him, but nevertheless he was quite the popular subject. His latent cognitive abilities suddenly awoke en route to Moscow. According to the report, the Third Boy was easily influenced by other individuals' biofields. Evil thoughts, in particular. They affected his mind like a virus. Extreme anger or resentment, motives for revenge, in other words. Now, during the transport flight to Moscow, the boy was exposed to a powerful mental energy field coming from a certain individual. Ever since, being conscious of his powers, he's become a sort of energy generator. What's unique about him is the way his acute telepathic abilities get taken over by another person's will. The boy began to physically parasitize individuals experiencing extreme anger and codify the host's desires. This includes amplifying the host's natural strengths. Or, in accordance with the host's desires, he can also implant program code in another individual, making them a puppet, essentially. Human neural synapses transmit weak electrical currents between neurons. These electrical currents, though at a level difficult to observe, warp the magnetic field outside the body. The Third Boy is able to pick up these weak fluctuations. Contrary to psychotronics, which involves controlling the human mind, his abilities as a receptor are too high. The emotions he picks up from another individual are amplified and unleashed into his body as they recur in his brain. They turn into microwaves, which then affect the physical world, triggering paranormal phenomena like the spontaneous combustion of organic matter or psychokinesis, moving an object without touching it. And one other thing. While he's parasitizing a host, the boy's ego gets shut away, allowing the will of the host to take control of his powers, like some annoying static drowning out your own voice. That means he isn't responsible for what's been happening. Somebody's extreme anger has manifested through the Third Boy's powers in ways none of us could have predicted, which would mean this was going on somewhere around us. Looking back on it, a lot of things make sense now. The man on fire, Sahelanthropus, they both came to life thanks to the Third Boy's powers. Everything has been happening through him as a catalyst. We first saw him in the hospital on Cyprus. The boy parasitizing the man on fire's desire for revenge gave him his new abilities in return. He next appeared at the Hamid Fighter's Fort where the honeybee was hidden. There, the boy parasitized Skullface's vengeful mind. He controlled Sahelanthropus, making it do whatever Skullface wanted. Same goes for when we extracted Emmerich onto the chopper. When he appeared at the Devil's House in Central Africa, Skullface's will controlled the man on fire via the third boy's powers. Everything is clear up to this point. But even the informant couldn't pinpoint who the host was in the cave.
Good. You've completed the objective. Now get out of there.
Suddenly became active, then crushed not only the man on fire, but Skullface as well. Surely neither of them could have been the host.
He's coming too. Roger that.
That location and bore anger more extreme than
Roger.
whose will was controlling Sahelanthropus. According to the report, emotions transmitted in children's brains affect the surrounding magnetic field more strongly. Cerebral nerves are covered with insulation called myelin sheaths to increase impulse speed. The reason for this leakage has to do with the fact that children's myelin sheaths are still developing. So, how many children do you remember being there? Children with a burning desire for revenge and bearing a grudge against you. I can think of only one. Eli. We don't know what kind of life he's had, but the resentment he's shown toward adults is nothing short of extraordinary. The third boy resonated with Eli's mind. And that means Eli bore the strongest animosity of all individuals within the boy's reception range, estimated to be a 3-mile radius, beating out even Vulcan and Skullface. The third boy has probably remained hooked on Eli's anger since. You remember at the Devil's House, the third boy showed an interest in Shabani? That must have been his ego making a
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, boss.
그래서 대리 전쟁이구만.
Boss, as we suspected, the mastermind behind the kid's escape was Eli. It's hard to believe, but apparently he'd been plotting an armed uprising against us. He could be hiding something else, too. Ocelot's gonna press him for answers. Get back here as quick as you can.
Where is
I told you, your father's not here.
he? They're back.
Yes, they're back. But don't get any bright ideas. Your quarters are under full surveillance. Your weapons privileges have been suspended. No more uprisings for you. Did you really think it would be that easy, Commander? You'll get your boys back. They'll even see the boss, too. But first, I need to know what you sent them to do
They wanted to leave.
to their homelands.
They wanted to go home. That's all.
So they were just homesick then.
Not quite. Militia warlords, PFs, the armies that murdered their families. Cousins, brothers, parents. They all had someone to kill. I told them, last chance to face the world with no regrets.
Last chance.
You better be ready for your drag back here. Ready to face the world as enemies.
No!
일어났겠는데.
I'm not like you! Goodbye, Father. I don't need you anymore.
아, 저 존만한 꼬매 있어.
Was Ralph really an accident? Or did Eli just rig it to stir up the boys? Either way, he had to have been planning for this all along.
근데 이거 계속 조금씩 나오는 것
Farewell to
같은데,
the world.
근처에 있는 제일 가까운 놈의 그걸 영향 받으니까 일라이가 아니라 일라이 옆에 있는 저 두 놈 중에 하나 아닐까 저거? 내 집 옆에 있는 두 놈 중에 하나. 그때도 헬기 위에 있었던 것 같고. 하나가 배신자 아니야?
Boss, we're looking for the kids in Sahalanthropus, but there's still no sign of them. We don't know if the chopper pilot is alive either. What have we gone and put in the hands of those kids? We don't know how bad this is until we find them. Also, regarding our concerns about Eli, I finished looking into whether or not he's a product of that project. I have an answer. I put it on tape. Give it a listen. Boss, I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Boss, it's me. Eli's revealed what he wants. He wants to speak with you. With Big Boss. He just... You know, when you brought back all the child soldiers who escaped, Eli knew they'd returned. Needless to say, nobody said a word to him. I guess they got a message to him somehow. Eli wasn't put in the corner in timeout. He was locked up in that room, completely cut off from the outside world. And how
Roger.
It's only one possibility I can think of. The Soviet Union has been researching military applications for psi phenomena. Psi? Things like psychokinesis and ESP, extrasensory perception. You mean moving objects without touching them? Knowing what card somebody's holding up? Psychic powers? Come on. I thought that was just another bunch of disinformation aimed at the West. Just bear with me a second. One type of ESP is telepathy. It's the ability to know another person's thoughts through non-verbal means. You're saying Eli read our minds? It's the only idea that doesn't involve someone getting to him. Ocelot. Look, psi research isn't some hocus pocus. It's all evidence-based, scientific... There's gotta be another explanation. Maybe one of the kids stuck a note to your back. I hope that's the case. But I am convinced that they have, or Eli has, a connection to some force we have yet to identify. You better watch yourself, boss. How am I supposed to do that? If he is...
About Eli hijacking Sahelanthropus. We know how he got it moving. It was Emmerich. He used the kids in the staff living quarters to carry out his repairs. We got the details on tape. You're gonna want to hear this.
Boss, we've got the results of Eli's genetic tests. We can finally put this worry behind us.
We used the PCR technique and conducted DNA fingerprinting of the copied DNA sequences. Neither is mainstream science yet, but the concepts and procedures are sound. Both tests say there is 0% chance that the two of you are blood relatives, meaning the results are negative. He's not your son, nor is he your clone. He's just another person.
It was 12 years ago that Zero made plans to clone you. Eli's age and appearance certainly are a good fit. I admit the first time I saw him, I did a double take. But it looks like we were worried for nothing. Eli isn't your clone. Though you might still have one somewhere out there.
But if Eli isn't the boss's clone, why does he seem so obsessed with him? Not to mention having one hell of an attitude for his age.
I don't know. Learning the truth about himself, cursing the fact he's a clone, bearing a grudge against selfish adults, and coming to hate who he was cloned from. Big boss. If that were really the case, I could understand it. I might even feel...
Deploying.
Clouds ahead! It's them.
이거 왜 또 하나?
Can you hear me? Are you okay?
Skulls.
Another.
That Misty's network. We won't be able to send in another chopper for now. Boss, you need to eliminate the skulls. We cannot lose Code Talker.
이 미션을 왜 또 하는데?
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake? Snake!
Boss, I've updated the mission list.
Please select a
We've
mission.
received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
이거 뭔데 이게? 했던 거 또 하는 건 익스트림을 보니까. 이거 다 왜 했던 건데? 뭐지?
So what kick-started the third boy's powers? If we look at the location and time that his plane went down, we can make a pretty good guess. When the plane experienced the first anomaly, it gave an accurate report of its position to a control tower, due north of the Black Sea, 125 miles east of Kiev. Dead south on the Black Sea is Cyprus's Green Line. So the plane's position was directly north of the hospital where you'd been asleep for 9 years. And this anomaly was... What was your goal in having the children repair Sahelanthropus?
I just answered their questions. I had no idea they would actually try to fix it. I mean, can you imagine a child piloting it?
Oh, sure, easily.
It wouldn't work.
I bet it's just like riding a bike.
I said it didn't work. It...
Who did you try?
I didn't.
Did you put your son in it?
We never did that.
His name was, Hal, wasn't it? I thought you said you never saw his face. But you made him pilot Sahelanthropus. You used him in your experiments.
He wanted to get in. It was such a short time we had.
So he was with you.
We were happy.
You're still happy now. Changing your lies to suit the listener and getting by slipping through the cracks. Building layer upon layer of convenient stories until nothing means anything to you anymore. You're happy all the time because you don't even notice you're doing it. Think hard. Who are you really? You're not a victim, and you're not the silent majority. You're a perpetrator and a petty hypocrite. The real world doesn't make you suffer. It's the other way around.
아 이게 이렇게 되는 거였구나. 요. 하이. 이걸 뭘 깨야
Please
되지?
select a mission.
예전에 했던 거잖아 이거. 해보자.
Mission accepted. Deploying.
Boss, this contract comes from the People's Movement for the Liberation of Angola, also known as the MPLA. The PF at Ditati Abandoned Village has been supplied with walker gears. Your job is to eliminate them all. Destroy them, extract them, whatever you see fit. This just might get us closer to the walker gear supplier, Cypher. Good luck, boss.
Sun will rise momentarily. The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
Miller. Here, Snake, try this on. First. Kaz, what about the unit that attacked? Ocelot said the number of private forces. Remember before, boss. Quiet is still in her...
It wasn't just Cypher. Back in the...
Boss. Hard to believe how many of those bodies... Boss. One more thing. About the surgery that had been... About the pathogen spread. Now, we must wait for the... Code Talker. This is yellow. The one that covers. Why activate Skullface. Boss. Snake. Boss. The kids you brought back to base have laid out the situation. They all escaped to each of their home villages, or were trying to get home and lost their way. Not that homesickness is gonna explain everything we've seen. Each of their home villages? They were trying to raise troops for the rebellion. You really think these kids have an armed uprising in them? You read the report of the security team member who had a rock thrown at him. There'll be a riot if we don't do something. And Miller, this is because you didn't act fast enough. Fine. I'll admit you were right this
Please
time.
select a deployment point.
Seal off the kids' quarters from outside contact before it's too late. All right. Eli said his rebellion would start when the last kid is brought back, right? You better be ready to meet him head on if it really happens. Yeah. You should have left it to me in the first place.
Detected. The map has been updated.
Boss, they're just kidding. We have a responsibility to see that those kids make it. It
It's not about feeling protective or the pros and cons. I hate kids. That's exactly what I heard from the people who raised me. People who abandoned me, more like. That's the spark that kept me going, you know? I wanted to show those adults what I was made of. Wanted to get back at them one day. Before I knew it, I was all grown up. Never saw it coming. All of a sudden, people treated me as an adult. Some adult I turned out to be. But I feel like if my life had been different, if the adults I knew had been
The
different...
targets have been deployed to that outpost. Find and eliminate all of them.
I wanted to use those kids to test that theory. That's all this was. From their point of view, I'm no different from the assholes who gave me a hard time. When this is all blown over, I'll talk it out with them. If that's still possible. Boss, there are still kids out there. Bring them back safe.
Boss, it's me. Eli's revealed what he wants. He wants to speak with you. With Big Boss. He just said, bring my father here. Eli's too smart for his own good. No way to tell what he's thinking. All we know for sure is his men are important to him. That means we can use the escaped kids as leverage in any negotiation. Once you've brought the last one back, I'll interrogate him. If the kids do rise up, we'll meet them full force. End of story. I didn't want things to turn out like this. We could have prevented it, but it's too late now. If Eli means to take this all the way, he's gonna force us to do the same. Boss, go get that last kid.
Dat zit weer, begrijp. Voorziet wordt iedereen van land die vijandige teken. Uit!
Please select a deployment point. Buddy has infiltrated our map has been updated.
Cipiere, Zulu 6. Geen verdere vijandige beweging. Noteren. Zulu 6 was verkeerd. Kom op Zulu 6. Wat is de situatie? Alle eenheden, staan bij.
The map has been updated. Please select a deployment point.
아이씨. 아니 왜 한국 또 하라 그래. 아 짜증나게.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Clouds approaching.
아니 존나 개노잼이게 왜 계속 한 거 알아 그래.
Please select a mission.
아 존나 빡치네. 아니 뭐가 왜 없지? 왜 진행이 안 되지?
Please select a mission.
에이씨 안 한다.